Tuesday, September 3rd, White Pass, Cracker Barrel, little oasis on off the trail. It's a little after 5, frankly, it's probably 5:30. But we're only going up 2.7 miles. Camp there at Deer Lake. Lord, what couldn't go wrong? Off we go. Full resupply, 5+ days of food. Really 6 days, 98 miles and change up to Snoqualmie Pass, where if moons align, Meister Gow shall meet me, take me down to resupply in Snoqualmie. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, I didn't get any videos today or photos. It was a full day of chores. Took a shower, did laundry, grabbed my resupply box, packed it, went and grabbed more food, packed it. Then grabbed a little more food, packed it. You're not gonna starve to death on this trek. I was looking back, I'm like, good Lord, that is a full ass pack. Do I have hikers behind me? I think I do. Look how big that bag is. Food bag is stuffed to the brim. Everybody there was super nice. The ladies, the guys, really zero hassle. Super accommodating, lots of good stuff. No spam singles, but I didn't need any. Got 8 of them in my pack. It's gonna be a lot of double spam lunches. Yeah, baby. Keep those calories coming with nutritious, delicious spam. You guys should send me some free spam for as much as I promote you. How much I down talk tuna in favor of spam. Spam, half the weight, half the size and volume, mass, more than twice the calories. None of the greasy, nasty mess. Like, dude, spam, get it! September 4th, great night's sleep. Woke up, everything was dry. So nice. So nice. For the first time in quite a few days, everything was dry. There with cartographer, took a selfie of him. Boom, there it is. His dog Suzuki, she loved me. He's an interesting guy, super smart, very animated. So we'll see if we end up hiking a little together. He knows Easy Strider, and Easy's just ahead of us a little ways. Maybe 2 days ahead. We're gonna catch him. We're gonna catch Easy Strider, kick him in the butt. It's chilly again this morning. It's getting cold. I need my thermals, my wool thermals, not my silks. I mean, they're working for now, but if it gets much colder, I'm gonna be freezing. Heard elk last night. Calling a number of times. Got semi-close to us. Didn't hear any walking around in camp or anything like that. How pretty are we today? Yeah, so there were elk. It was cool. I heard owls flying, but they didn't hoot all night until this morning. And then there was one on just around a little bit further down the lake from us. And he was hooting up a storm. So hoot, 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 hoot. Like somebody's defending something or getting busy. There's freaking rocks, big rocks. This is why I'm stopped. I'm like, ugh. Bottle of off bug repellent sitting on the side of the trail. Someone probably dropped it, and then someone was like, probably placed it back up there so that maybe a southbounder would see it and take it, because no northbounder in their right mind is going to pick that up. Even Good Samaritan style and carry it for 98 miles. Or whatever, 95 now probably. One of the things I was wanting to mention earlier when I was rambling on is my knee. It's still a little, there's little twinges of pain every once in a while. Not bad. It's like, hey, remember, you bent me really far back underneath you a couple of days ago, so take it easy for a few days, which is not conducive to walking more quickly. Sometimes when I have to step up, I feel it. It doesn't hurt, I just feel it underneath my right kneecap. So it's one of the tendons got really torqued when I slid on that glacial runoff, sandy scree, gravel, slip and slide. Yeah, could have been so much worse. Could have popped right there. I thought for sure it was going to, but it didn't. So like I said, I feel good walking right now. I don't know, I can kind of feel something. No pain, just that. And maybe that's just my mind working on overthinking it. I've never done that. I defy the fool who says I have. So the current situation is I took a wrong trail at a junction. I could have gone another couple of mile and a half west, and then it connects up with another trail and comes back to the PCT. But I'm looking at the topographical maps and I'm like, I can just follow this ridge around this same elevation. And the funny thing is, I am not the first one through here. Other people have been here. This is definitely a social trail. Until it's not, you know. But anyway, I just thought I'd record the fun. I'm gonna basically curve around the mountain at the same elevation, looking at my nav, and just a quarter mile up here is the PCT again. These are always fun. Don't use your poles on these. They will eat a pole. Not much wind at all anymore. It's such a beautiful morning all the way to lunch. But and it's still beautiful. It's just getting a little warm. So we are officially in Mount Rainier National Park, walking on this nice windy traverse. Looking out over, I can't look, I'll fall. Out over this really nice valley. There's a lake down there that you can go camp at. Oh, dropping trekking poles. I got candy and 2 trekking poles in my left hand. Yeah, you can camp down at this lake down here. You can't even see it now. It's a tiny little lake. But then you got to climb back up tomorrow in the morning. I want to do that. Oh, there's the lake. You can see it now. So the junction for this lake is not far up here for the side trail that leads down to it. 1.1 miles beyond that, there's a report of 2 tent sites right off trail with great views of Rainier. I'm sure they're exposed. I'm sure I don't care. I'm gonna beat feet. I don't think I got anybody right on my tail. So unless somebody going northbound stopped really early at these sites, which can happen, people are like, screw it, I'm camping here. I don't care if it's 4 o'clock. You remember I did one of those. Oh, these narrow paths just kick my feet around sometimes. Ugh. Yeah, so, or a southbounder or 2 are taking those spots. And if that's the case, I don't know. I'll look for something near there. It's on a bit of a saddle. So I'm guessing if you look around, there might be some spots to be had. Otherwise, I'll press on. There's some more sites like a mile or 2 further. But they're in the woods like everything else. So I'm hoping against hope to have an epic campsite with Rainier and a sunset. That'd be pretty acceptable. All right, must have more speed. All right, September 4th. The tent site isn't perfect. but, you know, it's got a view. That's right. I looked, I went way back. This is that, like the saddle extension goes way out there. I bushwhacked way back up there expecting to find a site on the very end and just did not. Nothing out there but bushes and uneven ground. There might be something. I didn't go to the very end. I was worried about someone getting here and taking this spot, so I hoofed it right back. Because, I mean, there is one spot down in the trees back in behind here. Down a ways, not this, but it's not really a spot. It's flat-ish. I don't think I can see it from here. I mean, there's some flat-ish spots over there. They're all grass covered. You really shouldn't camp on them, but somebody may. I mean, there's a spot right here. Yeah, definitely. I hope, if somebody needs it, they take it. It's a decent spot. No view. That's one of the reasons I have my vestibule on the entry side here completely open. So I can sit inside my tent and watch sunset while I eat dinner. Good morning, happy people. It's September 5th. Just getting on trail this morning. It's about 6:45. So I did better, much better than yesterday. Woke up about the same time, just actually moved and did things today. Well, it was a good night in the end. Tent was dry completely this morning. Again, very nice. The site was gorgeous last night. Chilled and relaxed and stretched a little. And took an Advil, took a couple of Advil for my knee. We'll get to that. It was sore last night. Well, here we are. It was sore last night. So I took a couple of Advil. Feels good this morning. I have looked at, last night I was looking at possibilities for today. It really needs to be a 21-mile day. 21.5 to be exact. Just the way the last stretch is really dry and there's no tent sites for like 8 miles or something stupid like that, 7 maybe, because of we'll be just traversing steep slopes. One of these times I'm gonna find an unobstructed, entirely unobstructed view of Rainier without trees. Maybe, probably not. This is the evergreen state after all. There are many trees. Just the lighting on the mountains over here. I don't think it's as good on video. Kind of pretty. Beep. Where is he? I had him honed in. He might be there. I can't tell on the screen. Beep. Beep. It's with the same sound that those birds make. It's very close to the sound that the pika make. Maybe it's just birds on the ground. Yeah, it's slightly different. A little rocky, a little sandy through here. But it is pretty nice in terms of scenery. And back into the woods we go. Little bits of the tread have been nice today, but it's mostly been rocky with several washed out sections and a lot of this roots and rocks and every steps in an adventure. This is Dewey Lake. It's very aquamarine color. That looks like a fun lake to spend some time at. I have none to spend. Yeah, it's almost impossible to tell. It's very clear. Sea log's pretty deep out there. I mean, that's probably not very deep, but pretty. This is the inlet for Dewey Lake. So the falls there is another little lake right above it, a small pond. And then this trickles down into the lake. And see the lakes over there. Grabbed a little over a liter. We do have some cloud cover. Like terribly threatening. That kind of did earlier as it was coming in, but it's keeping it a little cool right now, and I got a decent climb coming up, so I'll take it. Boy, I tell you, you get near the trailhead, trail gets all wide. It was wider before. It was like 10 feet wide, like half a mile, and nary an obstacle. Now, if you could do this the whole way, take out a couple of these roots. We love your roots. Thanks for holding it all together. Not a bad little view for the walk into Chinook Pass. There are pit toilets and trash cans. And there are definitely day hikers out. I'll be up here in the parking lot soon. I'm not expecting magic. I'll always take soda. Or just about anything else you want to give me. I'll go jump in a lake. I really should, but you know. Miles before smiles, bro. Some of the kids earlier on were like, smiles before miles, bro. Like, not if it all ends in tears. Well, second day in a row, I have just walked right through a trail junction onto the wrong trail. I walked way down, back that way. Not way down, about 3 miles below where the actual pass is. That's some pretty nice views while I walk up. Punishment. Lots of traffic noise. Bad hiker. Bad hiker. Trail signs are hard for me to read to begin with. You go to read them, and half of them don't have anything on them because they're old. So a lot of times it's a mistake. I'm just like, well, that's the PCT because it's the biggest one. I almost turned around, walked back up to again. Once again, cooler heads prevailed. I was literally like 0.1 from the trail or from the highway down here below. Makes a lot more sense to finish that, just walk up the highway. That's where the trail is. I mean, it's the same distance, probably longer. Probably more elevation because I came down a bunch. Big dummy. It is kind of cool though when you get in those situations and manage to not completely screw things up. Well, traversing our way north of Chinook Pass, and we got a 900-foot climb coming up here in about a half mile. Near the top, we'll hit Sheep Lake, grab some water, and then try to get up to Crowway Lake Junction, I believe is where we're looking for the next water and possible tent site. Which would again put today, yesterday was 19.6, by the way. Trail miles, it was 18.6. But with my little escapade of going half mile on and off trail, I give myself another mile. Today, probably only a half mile variance between trail miles and silly miles added to trail miles. There's a really nice couple, Mike and Linda. They're at Chinook Pass. Their daughter thru hiked in 2015, dry year. Yeah, she had made me a nice sandwich, and some watermelon and some cantaloupe, some cookies and chips, a couple small cups of Pepsi. It was very nice. Unexpected. I was their first hiker today. There's a sheep lake down there, so I stopped and grabbed water. Way down in there, Chinook Pass. We've kind of meandered up here. Lots of nice switchbacks. Got a ways to go. Up and over that saddle. And then some downs and ups and down and another up, and maybe I'll make my camp. We came up this one here. Up Sheep Lake. Chinook Pass. Over here. Through this. And down and around, and I don't know. At some point we go up over there, and then back down, and then another up, a little down, gradual up, and there's the tent site over there somewhere. 7 miles away. September 6th, camped up in those trees. This one little area that got spared from this mess in 2017. Nice camp. Ugh, I got a squeak. One of my mountain houses is squeaking on my pec. It's gonna drive me nuts. First break, we will change that. There were 4 guys in there, a couple young kids, Japanese guy who I met at the water source. Dead Sexy, I think is his trail name. Nice guy. Don't ever want to camp with him again. He talks in his sleep. It was a really strange snore. That wasn't loud, it was bizarre. Oh yeah, and he started rattling bags at like 3:30 this morning. Guy like hikes by like 4:30 in the morning. Apparently he did 36 yesterday, so the chances that we camp together again are pretty much nil, unless he takes some time off. He's a real nice guy. Just good Lord. With the frickin' 3:30 in the morning, bag wrestling and throwing tent stakes around and just not quiet at all. Through hiking life. It ain't all pretty views and sunny lakes. It's about 6:30, but I'm gonna try to bang out some miles, so let's put away the phone. Dang it, I missed him. I can hear him down there. A whole herd of elk. Dude, don't trip. Haha. Oh, cool. I caught some elk. And elk. The rest of them are all downhill. Go on, fly. Go on. Country flies. So this is actually, I believe, a 2018 burn area. There isn't a stream there, but I think this hillside needs some more washing off. There's a fire ring that somebody didn't like. There's another one up there, because, you know, why not have 2 fire rings in a burn area within 10 feet of each other? It rained earlier, not bad, but and leave everything on because it looks dark over there. At 5.2 miles down to the, I believe it's the Mike Urick shelter. We'll see what happens from there. That would, it wouldn't be a long day if I stopped there. We'll see what the weather does. There is water there. I got 700 milliliters for the next 5.2. That's enough. Drink more when I get there. My guess is that in this part of the burn area, this is going to continue to be a massive problem, and they're going to have to reroute to the other side of the hill. Because I don't think there's any fight in this. It is straight sand. So here we are at the Mike Urick cabin and stream. There is indeed a little stream down there, a little footbridge before you get up here. And I grabbed some of that and drank some of it, and I'm carrying some of it. Just about a liter. Got 4.7 to the next water source. And I may call it an early day at like 18. Because there's no water after that, and I don't feel like carrying a heavy load into camp up a hill. You know. So, very pretty up here. Sat over there. Under the trees. There were no chairs inside. There was one bench that was being used by guys that have already left. And I should leave too. It's to be a pretty nice day this afternoon. It's a little hazy. It was the yesterday afternoon too. I don't see any discernible smoke, but you know, that stuff I do see thunderheads. Big old boom out of that thunderhead there. I wish I could walk and capture when it goes again, but it's too rocky and roller coastery right here. It's raining over there. Well, this largely explains the condition of my rainfly this morning. And, you know, wet inside and out. Tent was 98% dry. A couple of the corners were a little wet. Until I took the rain fly off and of course then dripped. So, at some point here, it was clear. Now we've got this layer going on. Hopefully I can dry it. Minimum, I have to take it out of the bag at the next break and shake off some of the water. It was just, there was no hope at camp. How pretty. That road goes on. There's a bunch of roads that are kind of out in the middle of nowhere that go from point A to point B in the middle of nowhere. And then they're accessed by like one of the bigger roads. We'll see how it plays out. So today, also not out very early, after 7. So annoying. I am the slowest. I did snooze a couple times. So it's still an hour and a half to get out of campus. Longer than I should be taking. I don't know if I'll ever fix it. Interesting how those cloud layers are all just like these cloud layers. just at this certain height. It's really amazing. All right, we're walking. There are birds all over this hillside. Freaking bird wars. September 7th. Showing you Washington can have some wind too. I sent some pictures to my mom. Got signal back up there in the hill. Got 35 south of Snoqualmie Pass. Should probably keep my eye on the road here. I'm going as fast as everything allows. So I'm guessing it's going to be another 19-mile day. Got a stream at about 6 miles. And about 7 miles from that, a little bit more than, is a spring with various and sundry tent sites. That's all I got. Showing in the mug. This is a pretty nice little stream. It's about 1/10 of a mile off trail. Yummy. I might get some and drink a bunch. Well, it's Sunday, September 8th. It is late. It's probably 10 o'clock. There was another person camped here. I think there were 3 or 4 people. There was a guy camped up in there. He might have had a better spot. I don't know. We all got wet. It rained really hard last night for a long time. Several times. I just couldn't bring myself to get up while it was still raining. I forgot there was a climb this morning. Damn it. I gotta get to work. It's like 25 miles to Snoqualmie. I gotta get as far as I can today. Let's go. There's been very little video today because there's been a lot of rain today. But it dried out enough to, on one of the dirt roads, oh my God, this hill. One of the power line roads, I was able to catch some sunshine and dry out most of my stuff. Walked a few miles up further and ran into some trail magic. That was fantastic. Had a hot dog, a couple of Mountain Dews, small bag of Doritos. Should have taken a beer for the road, but I don't need the weight. It's 4.6 up to the next water. Reliable stream, good flow. And then a couple miles, well, we'll see. There's one spot right after that. Whoa. Switch back. Oh. I'm like, wait, where'd the trail go? I'm glad to have the umbrella still. Very helpful. I really can't wear my rain jacket if I'm going up any decent hill, because I'll just sweat more than I'll get wet from rain. So the umbrella was super nice to have today. Well, here we are, folks, with the rare inside the tent view. Good Lord, my mustache is out of control today. It is wet. It rained on me all the way. I'm stopped at the side of some dirt road. 13 miles south of Snoqualmie. Tent's a mess. I can't even. There's stuff everywhere. Pants are hanging up. I wanted to go a little bit further, but I got to this road and the rain stopped just enough that I'm like, you know what? I'm setting my tent up while it's dry. I don't know. Who knows? I should have pressed on, but I didn't. It just means I got to actually knuckle up and get out of here tomorrow morning early so that I can make it into Stehekin. Not Stehekin. I wish I was at Stehekin. Snoqualmie Pass. See my buddy Brett. And probably get a room and dry everything out and take a shower and sleep in a bed and stuff like that I haven't done in a while. Alrighty. Well, September 8th. Interesting day. Wet on both ends. With a little magic in the middle. I hope your life is as adventurous and a little drier. September 9th. This is what remains of my tent site along a nice little dirt road. Of course, it stops raining the second that I get my stuff packed. I'm not complaining. I'll take some no rain for this walk. 13 miles into Snoqualmie. Well, the 5-year-old inside me has really enjoyed splashing through puddles the last few days. Every other age inside of me is like, can we get some sunshine? It's mighty pretty though. Man, city of Seattle, get over yourselves. This is like the 75th sign along the trail in like well under a mile. We get it. It's your watershed. Guess what? I peed back there, so drink some of my pee. After 13 miles of sorry, Washington crew, but that section of trail sucks. Really, 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 really sucked. Just rocky and rooty and washed out and overgrown, and there's like 2 small sections that were dealt with, like nice clean tread, and the rest of it absolute crap. So hard to walk in. But after listening to the din of Snoqualmie Pass for the last 5 miles, we're almost there. Woohoo!